the basics are very important when you're knitting, and sometimes I forget that not everyone knows the basics because they're just starting out to knit, and that's okay. They're You need to start somewhere, and binding off is a crucial step to knitting. And binding off is pretty simple, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to bind off. At least I think it's the easiest way. And it's just knitting, and you just pull the stitch over. So this is knitting in the round, but you can apply this bind off to knitting flat back and forth too. You can apply it to any knitting that you're doing. So what you do is you knit the first stitch, knit the second stitch, you take your needle, pull the first stitch that you knit over the second stitch, and you've bound one stitch off. And you just keep going until you've bound off your entire work. So you knit the next stitch, take your needle, pull the second stitch over the first stitch. You've bound two stitches off. Knit the next stitch, pull that stitch over the next one. And if you look, you'll notice that your work starts to have a cord or a braid, and that's what the bind off is, and it just creates an edge so that your work doesn't unravel. So when you get to the end of your work, you will want to cut your yarn and pull the end through, and I will show you how to do that. So when you get to the end of your work, you want to cut your yarn, and usually you leave about a 6-inch tail so that you can weave it in to the inside of your work so that it doesn't come unraveled. And what I like to do is just make the loop pretty big, and I'm not going to cut the yarn because I still have more work to do, but you just pull the tail through and just tie the knot like so. So you have a knot, and then you weave the end into here with your sewing needle, and your work is finished. See, you've got the completed edge, and your work should be finished. Your scarf is finished, or your socks or your hat, and you're ready to go, and you've completed your first project.